we borrow the crystal ball every now and again, Courtney, and we love you to death. But every now and again, if somebody makes a great prediction, they break out the crystal ball. But it's great to have you back here on the show. We're going to start with a little baseball talk because your boys over there in Arkansas played an in-state game in the midweek, played Little Rock, and then now going back in SEC play, they'll play Alabama. What do you make of this squad now? What is it, 33 games throughout the season?
Well, it's definitely a team that we're not used to seeing here in Arkansas. I'll tell you guys that.
The pitch of your voice tells me everything I need to know. There's some questions. There's some concerns.
There's been some concerns from the start of the season, and they just keep showing up with this team. And I think Dave Van Horn feels the same exact way. I'm not saying anything that would upset this baseball team because it's just not the same level of team that we are used to seeing. I'm not even going to say same level of talent. I caught myself there because I do think this team is talented. I just think they've got to figure out the pieces. And here's what I mean by that, guys. Pitching has been an issue for this team here recently. And really it's been the Friday night guy in Gabe Gackel, okay? And what I mean by this is he is not a bad pitcher. He's just not a starting pitcher. He's more of a reliever. And if you don't believe me, the proof is in the pudding when you go to the numbers, right? Okay, as a reliever, Gabe Gackel's numbers, ERA 2.17 as a 2.17 as a reliever. As a starter, 5.42 ERA. So if you're just looking at the numbers, you can see he does better pitching in one role than the other role. So he was their Friday night guy because by far he was the best arm on the staff going into this season. You're going, yeah, he's got to be the Friday night guy, preseason All-American. You know, it's this guy is so talented. But for some reason, and I couldn't tell you exactly why, he just hasn't been good going out there as a starter. And I think some of it is mentality. Mm-hmm. It's just like he can't flip that mentality from when, oh, I can come in and close. I can come in and do that. I just can't come in and start. And so what Dave Van Horn has done is he switched things up. Rightfully so. This isn't the first time it's happened. He's done this before with Gabe last season. They put him out there as a starter and they had to move him as a reliever. Well, the proof was in the pudding when they did that because what happened? They made it to the College World Series. Yep. So, okay, this clearly worked last year. Let's see if it does. And what they've done is they've moved their Saturday guy up, who you guys saw pitch against Auburn this last Saturday, did extremely well, was the reason he was the reason along with Ryder Helfrich because they couldn't, honestly, the only person who could score in that game was Ryder Helfrich. So if they didn't get the runs from him, it was Hunter Dietz who was keeping Auburn off the scoreboard. So he rightfully so earned that Friday night job, and he has Friday night stuff. So I think this is a good move for them. Now, Gabe Gackel is not in the starting rotation anymore, completely taken out. We saw him actually pitch against Little Rock, and everyone went, oh, he came in as a closer for this game, so clearly he's not going to start on Friday. So Dave kind of teased that there was going to be a switch up. And so I'm interested to see how this works out because you're now moving up Hunter Dietz. You're bringing a new starter in Cole Gibbler on Saturday, and Sunday's TBD. Some people have said maybe pitch by committee. Maybe you have a guy out there, you have him on a short leash, and you just go a bullpen game. I don't know exactly what they're going to do on Sunday, but it's going to be interesting because this team really needs to figure out that aspect. And also they've got to figure out the offense as well. I mean, they're just not producing enough at the plate. I mean, we go through, Gerhard, I don't think you expected this answer from me. But there's a lot that we could go into with this baseball team of just issues right now.
Exactly, Courtney. It sounds like there's a lot that this baseball team needs to figure out. And as you know, we love to talk about the Tennessee Vols on this show. And we had a discussion. We had a discussion with our friend Sam from Knoxville. And when they dropped that series to Vanderbilt, we were asking, does Vol Nation need to be hitting the panic button right now after seeing what's going on? I think I said yes. I think Sam said no. But I want to ask you. I know, right? I mean, I would like to see them win a little more than they have. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about Arkansas right now.
Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it, Courtney. This girl lives on the panic button anytime Tennessee's not on the right side of a win.
And let me be honest, Gabriella, I do as well.
Right, right? I mean,
with the Gators or with the Razorbacks or both?
I mean, dropping 3 to
both.
Vandy, I feel like that's panic button worthy.
I mean, I was panicking with Kevin O'Sullivan. To be fair, when Kevin O'Sullivan took a leave of absence, I said, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. We're done. We're done. The season's cooked. And people were like, they haven't even played a game yet, Courtney. I was like, season's cooked. I don't know. I don't like it.
Exactly. Okay, well, I'm even more excited to ask you this question now because given that Arkansas has dropped the last 2 series, do you feel like people there need to be hitting the panic button?
Yeah, I have my hand over it right now like this. Like, I want to push it.
Sweat
like
bead.
the sweat bead, like that meme. You guys know
Yes,
the
I
meme
know you're
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm literally there like him. Like, the hand is over it. The sweat bead is going down my face. I'm not pushing it yet, though, because of the reason I just said. They've got to figure out this. I think they have the talent. They just have to figure out this pitching situation first. Okay, and that's what Dave Van Horn is trying to attack. When they made this move last year, it worked out really well for them. Will it work out well for them this time? I don't know. We're going to have to find out, right? Alabama is a great test because this Alabama team is really talented. You guys know that. I don't need to go into that. So this is a good test for them to say, okay, will the pitching situation work out? And even if the pitching works out, y'all, we didn't even get into the offense. I'm not even talking about the approach at the plate for some of these guys and how some of these guys just haven't been producing to the level of, hey, they needed them to produce at. So I think there's an issue there is if you get the pitching figured out, what happens with the offense? What happens there? Can you get everything clicking is the question that I have for this team. So that's why my hand's over the panic button. Because if they don't get it figured out soon, we're smashing it because we don't have a lot of time. I mean, we're here in April, and we just don't have a lot of time. Baseball goes so quick. There's so many games, but they go so fast. It's like before you know it, we're in May and we're at the SEC tournament. Okay?
Yep.
So I have my hand over the panic button, Gabrielle. I'm not going to press it just yet. Patrick joined the chat, though, so maybe he's going to tell me to press it.
No.
Don't tell me to do it.
No, I'm not telling you to press it. I'm not telling you to press it yet. But I do have an interesting question because I feel like some of these markets, so to speak, like college sports are pretty much everything to them. So I'm just intrigued on what if this season doesn't go well and there's someone that just absolutely loves baseball in Fayetteville. I just want to know what the pro scene is like there, since there's what's the closest pro team? Probably the Astros or the Rangers?
I would say honestly, one of them would probably be the closer one if I had to someone's going to come in the chat for me and be like, Courtney, you don't know your geography on how far things are. Because I really, honestly, guys, I didn't know Omaha was that close to, I was like, wait, we could drive to Omaha from Fayetteville? They were like, yes. So don't come
It seems
for me
like
in
this
the
foreign,
chat.
far away place.
It does.
Hey, don't come for me, okay? I didn't know. OKC is 2 hours. And I was like, what do you mean? Or 2 or 3 hours. I'm like, what do you mean it's that close? What do you mean? Okay? I thought it was way further. So please don't come for me in the chat for geography. Patrick, I have a question for you here.
Yes.
What are you getting at in terms of this question here? You know, you feel like you're not saying something that you should say here on the show.
I'm just saying, if we do need to hit that glorious, shiny panic button that's just getting brighter by the day, what are the people going to do if they really want to watch some good baseball?
I thought you were getting at something else entirely, and I missed
now I'm
all
interested
of that.
in what you thought I was getting at.
Well, there's been a growing want for Dave Van Horn to maybe retire. And I'm not saying I want this. I'm just saying there's people out there. And before Tony V left Tennessee, you guys know this. Gabriella knows this. Tony V has a connection with Fayetteville. Tony V has a connection with Dave Van Horn and that staff, and has been very complimentary of Arkansas. Been very complimentary of the Razorbacks. And there was a growing, let's say, rumor in the offseason last year. I don't even know if you call it a rumor. Maybe, rumor, I would say, that he was going to take over if Dave Van Horn retired.
Wow.
It was definitely a rumor.
Oh, okay, Grub. Yeah, okay. I see that the
'Cause
ball
no way.
doesn't believe in that.
Hey, it's not going too well for him over there in San Francisco
I was
right
about
now.
to say we could get that
that's
reality.
John Calipari 2.0.
That's where I was getting at, Patrick. I thought you were getting
No,
at if
no,
things
no,
don't
no.
go well
Happy
and
accidents.
Dave leaves, does Tony V get that call? Does he say, all right, it was
Oh,
fun
he
with the
definitely
Giants?
does.
I think he
The-
does.
He does.
It's
I
the
think
most-
he gets that call, and I think he goes to Fayetteville.
Yeah.
Because my crystal ball.
way.
Oh, here we go.
No.
Crystal ball. I think
Take it
Tony V
away.
comes to Fayetteville once he's tried the pro thing out. He's
It's-
coming to Fayetteville.
Courtney, our social media is going to love you.
It really is so funny because the thing is that the moment that he took that job, the moment he took the San Fran job, the entire conversation that I kept hearing was, well, if it doesn't work out, he can always come back to the SEC. He can always come back to college. Very first thing I thought when South Carolina fired their coach, possible landing spot for TV. Now, given what you just gave right here, that insight, it could be Fayetteville. And
I'm just
it looks like
saying.
hey, listen, I
I'm
leave.
just saying.
I like it.
I'm not. He's always been super complimentary of Fayetteville. And when they were here last year in the postseason, what did Tony V do? After Tennessee got knocked out, what did he do? He walked around and he was hugging people, and it was like a reunion for him.
Wow.
So
Wow.
just saying.
Wow.
Just saying.
Gotta love happy accidents. I didn't even think we'd get there. It's
I'm
kind
just
of
saying.
awesome. That's kind of awesome.
saying. Just saying.
Any more baseball points before we flip over to softball?
Any more baseball points? Well, I guess I didn't really answer Patrick's question. I'm very sorry about that, Patrick.
Nah,
that
it's
I didn't
okay.
answer
You
your
gave a
question.
better
Patrick,
answer.
Yeah, honestly,
No.
your answer was great.
What, Tony V coming to Fayetteville? That's my better answer. Book it, book it right
I'm
now.
booking it right now.
Gabriella will hate it, but it will be great.
She'll be fine.
No, but your question was, what are fans gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I'll say this. This is kind of a weird off season for football, because usually fans are like very tuned into spring football right now, and that they have a new coach and Ryan Silverfield. And right now, the conversation has been dominated with Razorback fans with the basketball transfer portal and what is Coach Cal going to do. So it's a very weird year, I think, for Razorback fans, where they were so happy with basketball and they were so happy on this Coach Cal high of year 2. We did it once again. We got to the Sweet 16. So I think that has been weird and definitely not normal for this fan base. So I think they're going to be okay as long as Coach Cal does what he needs to do. If he doesn't start getting some portal commits, the fan base is going to lose it. They're going to lose it.
You're going to lose it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he got Darius Jacob last year, so I mean, like maybe he'll get a portal guy, sign a guy. It looks like he's on that right trajectory.